What's up? You're now tuned into Don Chenz Makes Friends, presented by Linden Ave Studio. I am your host, Don Chenz. This episode you're about to hear is an interview with myself and Trevor Spitta, hip-hop artist, rapper. He's been one of my personal favorites legitimately for several years now. I honestly think I have Apple Music. I'm not a Spotify guy, but they give me a list of most listened to songs every year, and one of his songs is always in my top 3, 5, whatever. His albums are always up there for me. His song from his most recent album, a song called Butter Knife, that was, I think, like my number 3 most listened to song of last year. But we talk about it. We did the interview a couple months ago, but he's been on a singles run. He's put out Cyclone, For My Eyes Only, I'm Outside, My Own World, Bust It Up. Last week, he just put out a new song, I Want to Go. So links will be in the description of the episode to check out his music, which you should, because I love it. I know you'll love it. And this was a fun interview. I'm sure you'll love that too. So hope you all enjoy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Don Chenz Makes Friends, and I'm here with another technically old friend of mine because we did an interview probably 3 years back.
Yeah, 2019.
His name is Trevor Spitta. He's a hip-hop art, as I describe yourself, hip-hop artist. Some people get real specific.
Yeah, I'm a rapper.
Some people say rapper. They're real specific with I'm a rapper. Some are like, no, I'm an artist.
Well, I used to say that. I used to be like, I'm much more. But
I mean,
I am. But nah, I'm a rapper for sure. I'm not like ashamed of that.
Yeah, why do people act like that's a negative?
I don't know. It's a shame that that's supposed to be like derogatory or something, but it's
yeah, I don't really see why.
I guess it's just like putting someone in a box, because I guess nowadays rap is a lot more singy, So a lot of rappers actually sing while they rap.
Yeah, everything's more melodic now, yeah.
So they don't want to say, because like when you hear rapper, you think, boom bap, 90s.
But that's not even a thing anymore, I guess.
Like, it is, though. Of course it is.
People say they're rappers and they do them a lot. Like, people don't do,
right, but
people do. I still listen to that, but that's not the sound anymore.
I think off rip, a lot of people do think rapper, hippity hop. And like, it's just like a lot of kids nowadays don't want it to be that. Just like when you hear Trevor Spitta, you think spitting, but really that's comes from my last name.
I was gonna say that too. I forgot who I was talking that about with. I was like talking about you, saying how I loved your music and shit. Was saying to him, he's like Spitta, and I was like, well, it's his last name. I'm like, oh,
right? Okay. Yeah, my last name is Spitta.
Do you ever look back on that and be like, maybe I should have went something different?
Yeah. I just came up with my name. Just in high school, I just couldn't think of a name. I never had like a cool nickname like all the cool kids. So I just kind of took my last name, thought Spitta makes sense. And I was rapping, so it made sense. And then when I started to do the melodic shit a couple years later, I was pissed a little bit. But
so you think it's too late to rebrand? Or you don't even want to?
Well, I love it. I've embraced it. I am Trevor Spitta, and I think it's almost cool if you hear me singing and my name is Spitta. It's almost like that's fried, that he's not even spitting. Yeah. I think it's like if you thought that's what my name is,
I could see that. Like we were just talking about it before with your manager, Josh, who's sitting here with us as the audience. I was just saying, I go by Don Chenz. That's not my real name. Sometimes I'm like, well, when I blow up and then I'm going to go by Don Chenz, everyone's going to call me Don Chenz. Like, maybe I should go by my real name. Yeah. Like, you're basically doing that now, so you don't got to worry about everyone's calling you something different.
Yeah, it's my real name. It's Trevor Spitta. That's me, So I'm cool with it. And yeah, there's no need for the rebrand. I'm all in,
As you should be. Josh, what do you think? Should I go Shades 2 or should I not? I've been thinking. You think? Because I don't want to. He's the rapper. I feel like I'm upstaging him, so I might take him off for a little bit. But I'm down to do this.
Yeah, Shades is the way.
Shades is also, the lights are fucking bright.
Right.
The lights are bright.
No, I just think Shades inside has just been a way for me, just as another stepping stone of being like, I don't give a fuck.
I agree with that. Where some people like, I don't know if this is the same, but this is something I think about. So we were talking about before, I used to do fitness shit. So sometimes when I go on a run, I'm like, yo, I want to get a tan. I'm going to run shirtless. People make fun of me. They're like, yo, you're doing that to show off. And I'm like, so now should I get self-conscious and not do it because I'm trying to show off? I go, fuck it. I don't care if I'm showing off. I'm running my shirt off. I don't care if someone says anything,
Yeah.
Same thing.
I don't know. I'm not there yet. I don't run. So it's just not a problem I've ran into. Not to, but I definitely just don't run for fun.
That's kind of the same thing. You're like, someone's going to make a comment. You're like, I don't give a fuck. I wear sunglasses.
Right. No, yeah. I don't give a fuck anymore. I don't give a fuck.
That's the way
Trevor
you gotta
Spitta
be.
does not give a fuck. That's
that
my
might be
brand. That's my brand.
Title.
That's my brand. I don't give a fuck. I will just do anything but give a fuck at this point.
Was there a point that made you stop? Like, did you give a fuck and then something happened where you stopped?
Yeah. I just stopped giving a fuck. Like, I don't know. One day I woke up and I was just like pissed that life wasn't where I wanted it to be. And it still isn't, but it's gotten a lot closer ever since I stopped giving a fuck. So I encourage everybody to stop.
Dude, I was thinking that today. We were talking too about prior to putting the mics on, going live. We were talking about like working full time and trying to do shit. And I was like, dude, I want to quit my full time job so bad.
Right.
Maybe by the time this comes out, I have. But I'm like, yo, I should just do it. Almost like I feel like it says something to yourself, kind of like it's a signal to yourself that I don't give a fuck anymore. Like I'm all in. I'm doing this. Like you don't have to necessarily do that, but sometimes, I feel like that'll give me that attitude that you said. Like I don't give a fuck anymore. So what I'm doing, I'm all in.
Yeah, that was what my mentality was when I dropped out of school. That was like I don't give a fuck. I definitely can't quit my job. I would be broke.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, but then I'm like, well, I
would
broke
not
if I do that.
be able to do anything.
When did you drop out? How long did you go to school?
Well, I was in and out for a long time. I didn't even go to college off rip. I graduated high school. I didn't go to college off rip. Then I just was in and out of community school. I never finished it. I just kind of left. So
I don't think everyone needs to go to college. I've talked about this all the time because, like, for what I do, I didn't need to go to college.
Yeah, I'm not even a fuck school person. I actually weirdly enjoy like learning things. Like I always was that type of person to like I thought anthropology was sick.
Anthropology is sick. No money in that, but it's sick.
Yeah, no money in. Yeah, there's no money. Most cool shit, there's no money in.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the reality.
Yeah,
the only things that make money is what I do, the finance shit, where you're just moving money back and forth. It's made up. No one knows what no one's really doing anything or adding any value, but somehow everyone gets fat bonuses and huge salaries, and it's all good.
Whoever made that system, that anything cool is just not.
Yeah, it's not cool at all.
As far as making money, it's not cool.
The money's sick, but besides for that.
Yeah.
But I don't like it. That's why I don't like it, because there's no purpose to it. There's no goal. I don't feel like I'm providing value. You're just playing with numbers.
Right. But yeah, so that's why the job has to stay. But yeah, I dropped out of. I just left school on some don't give a fuck shit. Like I'm all in on the music, and that's what the last 3 years kind of been like. But yeah, I wouldn't mind going back, even like say I were to blow up tomorrow. I liked anthropology enough where I'd probably take anthropology too.
That's very interesting that's the subject you're really into.
Well, I just had a cool teacher. I think a cool teacher is everything.
That's true.
I hated school when I hated the teacher. I wasn't like in love with school either. Like I didn't want to do like work outside of school. But as far as like learning things, like in anything in life, like I want to learn the piano. So I taught myself. I'm not like great, but I was teaching myself that and the guitar. I want to learn, I want to learn just anything. I'm cool with learning.
Yeah, learning is sick.
Learning's sick.
Learning's cool. It's just being forced to learn calculus.
I don't know why I was always like, learning's brand was always like nerdy, like, and like you got bullied for wanting to learn, like in the 90s and shit. Like, fuck that.
You think it's still like that?
Fuck
though?
that.
I'm too far past it. That I don't know.
Well, I don't know.
Josh is nodding his head. Yes.
Well, bullies love to bully kids for wanting to learn
because they're losers.
Like, yeah, but they're not though. Not like they are. Like no, I don't think you're a loser for wanting to learn. And it's funny because in high school, like all the kids you thought were nerdy, like are actually cool.
Oh yeah, it's like Silicon Valley dudes are the coolest people right now.
Well, yeah,
the tech nerds, those are the cool people.
Well, yeah, just like I don't think there's any such thing as like an uncool person unless you're like a dick or like just like, you know, obviously like hate other people, then fuck you.
Yeah,
but like
if you're a nice dude, you're cool.
If you just like to learn and like don't play football, doesn't mean you're subject to bullying in my eyes, you know?
Yeah. I feel
Word.
Word. So we're recording this soon after you were just in Paris.
Yeah.
How was that?
I went to Europe. It was cool. Visited some family. I haven't been, so.
You have family there?
I have family in Italy. So they met.
Oh, where in Italy?
So
do I.
Southern Italy, Calabria. Yeah.
Yes.
That's a cool
The town my family's from is called Calabrito.
Cool.
So it's like an hour. It's like in the mountains, southern Italy, like an hour east of Naples.
Yeah. My family's from Cittadinova. It's like a little town.
Is it in the mountain? Is it a mountain town? Kind of
I didn't go there. I went since I was in Paris. I like drove to like North Italy from there.
I've never been to North Italy.
Met.
I've never been north of Rome because every time I've ever gone, my grandparents would spend half the year there, half the year in Jersey.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, when I go, I'm visiting them. So if I go too far north, they're going to be pissed at me. Like, you're coming all the way to Italy and not hanging out with me. So I would always fly into Rome and come down.
Yeah.
I want to go up north.
I think just seeing the world is sick is something I've always wanted to do. And I just want to see everything. Like, I want to go to like, I don't even know, like Czechoslovakia. Like, I want to go to like Iceland, you know?
Yeah, somewhere random.
I love random spots. Like in Italy, like I think Rome is cool, but I think me personally, I'd rather be in like a backcountry town with like, in like a basement with like a grandma.
Yeah,
Nona.
Yeah, the real deal.
Doesn't speak
Nona.
Doesn't speak English, just making pasta all day.
What sucks is my boys are going on a trip to Argentina and I can't go.
Yeah.
I backed out of it, but my one friend, they're staying, it's a long story, but he's close friends with these locals. So that's what they're doing. They're going to Argentina, staying with the local family, cooking them the local food. Like, they're not going to be in a touristy area. They're going to be in the mountains with a local family and shit. Like, that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah. I don't, like, the touristy shit is cool because, like, you got to see the Eiffel Tower when you're in Paris. But, like, at the same time, like, I do enjoy doing the non-touristy stuff, you know, and it was cool. You know, I'm ready to get back. You know, I can't, like, leave the studio for more than like 2 weeks without like feeling like I need to get back in that. So
where do you have it? Do you record at home? You have an actual studio you go to? What's home base?
Yeah, I mean, I live in LA.
Well, actually, yeah, let's talk about that. Actually, you were in Jersey. You're a Jersey boy like me.
Yes.
And then you left us.
Yeah, I left.
How long ago did you leave? Was that during COVID?
During COVID.
Yeah.
Because the government gave me a lot of money and I was able to move.
Dude, the government gave people a lot of money. Like, some people didn't even need it. Getting money, you don't even need it. Some people.
Yeah.
And now we have a lot of inflation because of it. We don't have to get political, but now everyone got a lot of money that time.
Yeah.
So what made that decision? Like, what factored in that decision for you?
I just had a lot of friends there that made music and just wanted to do it, you know, spread my wings, get out there. I went out there, got a job, you know, pay the rent, make music out there.
Do you feel like there's a big difference? Like, you're in North Jersey,
like that's where it's happening.
And shit. Yeah, you just think that's where it's happening.
There in New York, you know, is where it's happening, you know. So, and I mean, it's happening everywhere, really. You know, every city, yeah. As far as hip hop,
I feel like with hip hop, it's L.A., New York, and then Atlanta. Everyone might start somewhere, and then they end up in one of those three.
Yeah,
usually.
There's every major city has like, you know, a scene. Like New York scene is amazing. Atlanta's obviously amazing. You know, places like Miami, Chicago, obviously they have like their own scenes and stuff. I just feel like for me, LA was the spot to be. I didn't think like moving to Chicago would have helped me. I feel like LA is more of like a melting pot where like New York is cool as in like they have New York like a New York sound, and like not that LA doesn't, but
yeah, I see what you mean.
A lot of people move to LA.
It's more transplants maybe, so that's why it's
more
not as
than
much
like
its own distinct kind of thing.
Yeah, more than like people move to like a smaller city.
Yeah,
you know, but everywhere, you know, it's got amazing music. That's one thing I learned. You know, that there's so many cool, you know, spaces of music in all these cities and all these places. Even when I went to Europe, you know, I never really realized how much they have their own things. You know, I'm in the karaoke bar in Paris.
What were you singing?
I don't know. I can't speak that. But like they have like their own thing, you know, which is cool. You know, like I think that's super cool. And that's why I want that for New Jersey. And I want to make
Jersey
that.
hard. Yeah.
moving out made me rep Jersey more because I realized that, and I was like, damn, I want New Jersey to have this. And it's tough because, you know, everything's so far from each other. You know, a lot of artists, it's hard to connect, you know, even just coming here was an hour, you know.
Yeah,
we're in the same state, but
right. That,
you know,
which is crazy.
It's the traffic.
Yeah.
It's the fact that like you were only like 20 miles from me, but
yeah, once you get to this area, the traffic's brutal. Like
there's no getting around. We don't have a train, like a good train,
right?
You know? So it's like we're in New York, like you can get around. You know, it's easy to get around. So I want New Jersey to, you know, there's a lot of dope artists from New Jersey. I'm not gonna like name any, just in case like I miss some. And I hate leaving people out.
Yeah, I feel
but
that.
There's so much talent here.
Part of it too, I think, is just because Jersey doesn't have one city.
Right.
Like there are cities, but people live all over. Like in other states, it's like that's the city. So everyone just kind of gravitates towards there, and everyone's all over the place.
In New Jersey, it's New York. You know, that's where people want to move.
Yeah.
But then like you get to New York and like now all of a sudden like it's New York, it's not New Jersey.
Right.
You can't do that.
Yeah.
You know. So, yeah. I mean, you have like places like Jersey City and Newark, and they have like, you know, they're like a thing going on as well. But it's just tough to like rep that when you live like an hour and a half. I feel like you just got to rep New Jersey, and like we all kind of fuck with each other, even if like some kid from like 2 hours south, you know, I know like North Jersey and South Jersey are like two different worlds, but at the end of the day, it's New Jersey. So like when I meet artists from down there, like we connect off of that, and we try to at least, you know.
Yeah.
So
talking about North Jersey, South Jersey, different worlds. Before we started, we were also talking about behind me, the pork roll painting. That's in North Jersey, South Jersey. What were you going to say? But I cut you off. Why don't you say it?
I actually hate that conversation. I think
you hate that conversation?
Super corny. I mean, like, I just think like, I hate how that's like the talking point. You know, you meet like someone from South Jersey, you're like, oh, you called a pork roll? Like, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, please shut the fuck up. Like,
but do you not fuck with pork roll or tail, whatever?
I don't know, bro. I call it Taylor ham. I actually don't even like the shit.
You're North Jersey.
Like,
you don't like it?
I mean, it's all right. You know,
like I feel like you can't rep Jersey then. I feel like we gotta take your Jersey card.
It's good. I just rather have a sausage, egg, and cheese. Honestly,
that's a hot
personally.
Take. How many people are sausage,
take.
egg, and cheese?
I just feel like you get a better meat to bread ratio.
I feel that if you're comparing it to bacon, I just feel like a breakfast sausage for some reason doesn't leave me feeling right when I'm done eating it. You know, something's going on inside me I don't like.
Yeah, I never got bacon, egg, and cheese because they could, you know, you get fucked over. You put like 3 strips down, and all of a sudden
you have the same mentality as me, where I always go to something. I'm like, what do I like that's gonna get me the most food?
Right. Well,
yeah.
Well, in high school, you know, they had 3 choices for breakfast, which was sausage, egg, and cheese, Taylor ham, and bacon. And sausage had the most meat. And at that point, you know, I'm thinking about what's gonna get me to lunch. You know,
yeah.
I might have liked Taylor ham more, you know, but I was thinking, what is gonna like for, you know, what's a bang for my buck right now? Because I don't got more money. Like, this is it.
You're thinking economics.
I didn't have, you know, money for the Ritz crackers at 4th period, you know, like I did, but I didn't want to, you know, I saved it. You know,
you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah,
yeah, that mindset.
I'm always thinking money, you know, so I'm thinking, what if I got the sausage, last meal lunch, I saved that extra $1, and now, you know, I got an extra $1 for I don't know what.
I would like to jump down your throat for this opinion, but you defended it well, so I'll let you slide. But I think that's an anti-Jersey take for sure. All right?
It's good. It's good. It's just, you know, I rather like maybe like I would say pizza is cooler.
Yeah.
Than pork roll.
Yeah.
Taylor ham.
Right. Know? Yeah. If we're talking Jersey foods,
I feel like that's like what we should be known for, not.
Yes, I feel that.
Taylor ham.
It's because New York tries to claim pizza, but they just don't realize.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't want to beef with New York, so I'm gonna stay out of that. They got great pizza. We got good pizza. You know, Chicago. They got, you know, there's good pizza everywhere. I'm not in the pizza war. I want. LA doesn't have good pizza. I'll tell.
Doesn't. All right. So
that.
What's your favorite and least favorite parts about LA since you've lived there?
I got nothing bad to say, bro. I love it out there.
Besides for the pizza.
I don't like the time difference. That's the one thing. I love to be ahead in everything in life. I want to be number one.
So you gotta move to Asia.
I'll do it. I'll fucking do it. When I was in Europe, like I was loving that shit. I'm fucking ahead. I love that shit. y'all still sleeping. I'm eating lunch. What's up? You know what I mean? Like, I just love that shit. Like, so it's like, I hate waking up. I got 100 texts on my phone. People are like on
like
lunch.
Missed out on shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, whatever. It's not the biggest deal, you know?
No, I feel that.
The world is big, bro. Like, you're 3 hours behind New York, whatever. But that's just home to me. So I don't like being behind.
Yeah.
I like to be ahead. So yeah, it's like, I want to stay in America though. So as far east as possible, which happens to be home for me.
Right.
So
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I have buddies that live in LA. I've like worked out of there sometimes. I kind of liked it because I liked that everything started earlier. So for me, I just had to start work early. By 2 p.m., I was done.
Right.
I was like, I got the whole day ahead of me. It's nice. And in LA, the weather is beautiful. I was like, I can get used to this.
Yeah.
That's what. But then you got to get your ass up.
Yeah, I get up
early as hell.
Yeah.
Which nobody really wants to do.
Yeah, nobody wants to do that. People act like they like doing that shit. Oh, I'm up early. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
I'm up at 4 a.m.
Like your Jocko, like just posting your watch like 4 a.m. Like, rise and fucking grind.
Eating eggs raw. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, watch the news. Reading the newspaper. What are you doing reading the newspaper,
like 5 in the morning.
Get the fucking app.
Just pounding protein shakes and raw eggs, banging out push-ups for nobody. Nobody cares. But you're grinding, bro. You're grinding. That's funny. All right, so let's get into the music. 'Cause we've gone a while without it. So you've been dropping a bunch of singles lately. We were talking before we got on air that you think this is like a new sound. You feel like you're reinventing yourself.
Yeah.
What was the turning point? What was the change? Like, what do you think all factored in from, say pre 2022 music to now 2022 Trevor Spitta?
It actually has a lot to do with what we've been talking about, When I first started making music, Spitta was cool to me because I was rapping, and just growing up as an artist, but also like as a human, I wanted to just explore different things, so I was doing melodic stuff, making indie music, and it was all great. And I love doing that shit, just going through life. I lived in Jersey City for a year. That's when I dropped my album.
Which one?
Don't Try Us at Home. I made that living in Jersey City. Making melodic rap. There's a lot of melodic rap on there. Yeah, and I was just going through a lot of changes in life. And then eventually I started not giving a fuck, like again earlier, and just trying to, I went back into rapping by not giving a fuck because I felt like almost self-conscious about it. I would say maybe, like for lack of a better term, like just being like the rapper, I guess, it all kind of ties together because, I wanted to be more than that. I wanted to be an artist, but this is who I am, bro. I'm not trying to hold it back. So, I started posting on TikTok. And I never wanted to post on TikTok. Like I was very anti TikTok. But one day, I woke up, didn't give a fuck anymore. I want my career to go. Whatever it takes. Started posting on there, posted every snippet that I have like unreleased. Like I was just posting shit. And after like a month or two of posting, I had a song go up, which happened to be a song I was rapping on. It's called Cyclone. Didn't like go crazy viral or nothing, but enough where I was like, holy shit, I gotta drop this song. And it was a 2000s, vibe. And it's a great song. Play that shit at the beach. It's gonna be a good time.
Nice little bounce. Got like a Fabulous type bounce. 2000s rap vibe.
Yeah, definitely a Neptunes.
Yeah, Neptunes too. Yeah.
Bounce. It's literally, a Neptunes type beat. But anyway,
I've liked your release strategy though, which like I don't know if you did that intentionally, at least at first, and maybe it's more intentional now. Right. I like what you've done with. So by the time this comes out, you'll have 4 singles out so far this year, I think.
Yes.
I like how you've just kind of like picked apart like the chorus or a phrase or something from the song and just started pushing like a snippet and one little chunk and don't even give much context.
Right.
I don't know if you're doing that on purpose, but you've done that with a few things and you'll post something. I'll kind of be like, oh, what was that? Like, I don't really get what that was. And then you do it again. And I'm like, okay, I like the song. What is this? It kind of keeps me interested by not giving me enough information. But then after you posting snippets and posting different videos so many times, I eventually pick up on what you're doing. Like, oh, this is a new single. And then it actually has built the excitement every time.
Right. Yeah. So that's what, my TikTok really is. I'm not like one of those TikTok dudes that talks to the camera or does the gimmicks or like makes a video complaining about, being an artist and I have to post on TikTok. Like I don't do
the label's forcing me to do this. They're holding my album hostage.
Yeah,
that's like the new trend now with artists.
I heard 7-second videos go. Like, nah, dude.
Yeah.
Like, and shout out to people doing that. You know, we're all just trying to make it. But for me, I just post my music, and if you like it, you like. I stand there. I do my little dance. I be myself, and that's it. I post my music. I don't use other sounds. I don't. You know, I just want to promote my music and me. You know, I'm not really interested in like doing much else on there. And I'll just post the same snippet a bunch of times until like motherfuckers hear me, because I don't give a fuck.
And talking about Cyclone, the Cyclone snippet that you posted, I was singing that word for word before the song came out.
Well, yeah, because
my repertoire is hitting my time once. The Esteban thing.
Yeah.
I was doing it all the time.
I mean, that's what, you know, TikTok is. You know, you pick a snippet, you push that, and hope that sound goes, I guess. So, that song, you know, had gone up on TikTok. I dropped it, and then that was kind of like my transition into like, I need to start rapping again, and this is who I am. And it's funny because that's how I started. It's just my roots. It's just that plus all my, experience that I've had in between in life, and just maturing as an artist, and, you know, getting better at things and knowing more in life. So it's just, you know, I'm just getting back to my roots and just rapping more. So I made For My Eyes Only, which is, you know, a real rap track, something I would have dropped in high school, just not nearly as good because I hadn't found my sound yet.
Yeah,
So,
do you hear the difference? Like, I mean, I hear it, but when you hear your new music and then you listen to your old music, do you cringe, or you like, oh, like I could have done this? But do you look back and be like, I wish I could redo that, or like it is what it is? Like, what do you view the old music versus?
I feel like every artist looks back on their music and cringes somewhat, but I've kind of gotten over that phase, like more towards like that. You know, Trevor Spitta don't give a fuck no more. Like,
I've talked about this. I've interviewed a couple artists at this point, and I've said this about myself. Like, I love my old cringe shit. I have cringy videos. I love that. Leave that up there. You see the growth.
I saw, not to be cringe, but I don't give a fuck because I don't care about that. I saw a literal meme. It said something like, I'm sure everyone's seen it. It said like, it was like a quote, like, said something like, don't delete the cringy part of you, delete the part that cringes, you know?
I never saw that or heard that, but
I was like,
that makes sense.
That was life-changing. It was like a Kermit the Frog looking over like a cliff. It was something like
Kermit's Kermit's the goat of memes.
Yeah, and it had like a sunset, and that was the quote, and I was like, hold up, like that's genius. Yeah. That's when I started posting on TikTok, and that's when I started like, so I don't cringe my old music. Everything that I've done in my life is, and everybody, if you don't think this way, you should, like, everything is crucial to who you are today, you know? So
yeah, it all builds on top of each other.
Yeah. I mean, you needed that. You know, you needed that cringy part. If you cringe at it, you needed that cringy part to learn that that's cringe.
Right.
You know?
Or you needed the L, or you needed even the W sometimes. Like, whatever happens.
Yeah,
that's what
it's the same, you know, it's the same cliche shit. You need the L's, you need this. Yeah, it's like you need that cringiness, you know? And you shouldn't cringe at yourself because you are you know? So why cringe at yourself? Yeah. Yeah, like there's old shit that I would never play at a party, you know, and someone plays it.
I still listen to I listen to
I mean, that's
much
typical,
all of it,
you know.
Catalog at this point.
Yeah, for sure. And I appreciate that. But you know.
Yeah, I think when it's personal, you might feel it a little more. Like other people might not.
I just think like, you know, why play that?
Yeah.
Like, well,
you gotta promote the new shit. You gotta promote the new shit now.
Why would you play my song from 2017, bro? Like, I just dropped this song. Let's run these streams up.
Do you ever listen to your own music on your own? Like, is that most of your listening habits, or do you listen to other shit? Can you not listen to your own stuff?
No, I listen to my own music all the time. Like, mostly, for sure. Yeah. A lot of other artists, obviously, but I'm always listening to myself. Yeah,
I feel like some people do that, and some people, they're like, nah, I hear it enough.
I listen to more of my, once I put out a song, I don't listen to it as much.
It gets old probably by that point. You've heard it a million times, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's more, I guess, for the fact that I'm excited for the next drop.
Yeah.
Like, I want people to hear it, and I want that shit to go. And I'm like, oh, this one could go, this one could go.
Right.
And once I drop it, I'm obviously, then I hear it on fucking TikTok. I'm just posting that shit. I get sick of it. But the thing is with TikTok, like you can't get mad at any artist for posting a million times, because TikTok is cool where like every single video is reaching new people. Like if you like all my shit, I'm gonna pop up on your shit as well.
Right.
And at that point, I'm hoping, you know, you would genuinely enjoy it. But it's every single video also reaches. It's like 50% followers, 50% new people.
I feel like it's mostly new, honestly, if anything.
Yeah. So every single time I post for my eyes only, to this day, new people are like, what is this song? And even if 4 people from that video.
Yeah, it's something.
And like the algorithm is it probably knows that like this person came from TikTok. Like it probably just knows that shit just because like doesn't like our phone know?
Yeah, I mean. So
it's like, and that helps the Spotify algorithm now, and that helps. So it's all like connected. So like, fuck you if you like are like, why is this kid posting on the same song every day? Like,
right, because like you're seeing all the time, but someone else is now.
Yeah, and you think I'm not sick of this shit?
Right, I'm not posting it.
You think I want to post?
Right.
You think this is what I want to do? I want to be in the park eating grapes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you posting on TikTok?
Red grapes, green grapes.
Any grape. You know what I mean? A plum.
Plums are nice, but plums, if you don't get a ripe plum, it's
I don't want to be posting on TikTok, bro. But
I feel
that's what we're doing. You know?
I mean, even for my other show, Men with Mics, which you should also subscribe to. Our first few TikToks, so we had like 2 blow up, got a lot of views, and then nothing for a long time. And I was getting pissed. Eventually, I was like, dude, fuck this app. Like, a few hundred views. We have a couple thousand followers. Doesn't make sense, blah, blah, blah. But I just kept doing it. Every week, I'd cut up a few clips for episodes, post it. Then all of a sudden, someone with the algorithm clicked, and we just go on a run where it's almost every week, one of them would start doing numbers every time. We had one hit 1 million, one hit 300, one hit 800,000. Like, and then you're like, you're like, oh, maybe 4 people only heard the one. But then if you keep doing it, maybe one goes. And once one goes, the algorithm goes, oh, people actually do like this. And then it just snowballs. Like, it's set up for that to happen.
Yeah. I mean, with TikTok or just anything in life, I guess TikTok's like a great message to life. It's just like grind and be good, you know?
Like waking up at 4 a.m. and eating raw eggs.
Yeah, just like don't suck, you know? And be yourself and grind. And on TikTok, you'll go. And I think everything else you'll go. You know, do the right thing, have good music. And because if you have good music and you post, like you should go, you know, like you just got to post all the time. Like, you know, I think like the algorithm's great where it shows people who love underground music if you're an underground artist. So it's not like showing like old
like a Taylor Swift fan. Yeah.
Like it's a great algorithm. Like it knows. If it hears my music and knows who's gonna like it. Obviously, hit a hashtag that's a similar artist at first. Yeah, that helps. But like, and TikTok is sick because there's actually a lot of great music. Like, fuck like the whole like TikTok artist thing. Like, I'm not that. No one's that because it's just a platform. But there's like almost like a community of like artists, underground rap artists, and more than rap that have blown up on TikTok or are just like underground still, but are actually great. And it's like, I think there is a community of artists that like know all those artists, you know, like, and I think I'm kind of like getting into that, which is cool. You know, like there's just like how SoundCloud had like, you think of like 2016 SoundCloud rappers, like you think of like, Uzi and Playboy and like,
Lil Yachty and
a bunch of them. And they were all sick and they were on there. Like, I don't know, like maybe in a few years, it'll be like, oh, like there was a wave of like kids coming from TikTok in like 2022, 2023. Like, I think that's really going to be a thing because everyone's going up right now. And like everybody, it's a great time to, be good and post on TikTok.
Yeah. But what happens if TikTok goes away? Hypothetically speaking, the government goes, the China, blah, 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 runs it. We're getting rid of it. Like I always think about that.
That was
like being too reliant on one.
Well,
say you don't have that level of outreach on that platform. Are you just going, oh, well, another one will come out? Or is there like a strategy then, okay, how do I get it out to people?
Knowing, the way the world works, one, there would probably be another one that come out to replace it. Yeah. But, if that were to happen, which it probably won't, that would just suck. Like why the fuck would they do that?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Like it's so stupid.
It's annoying how like other social platforms kind of kill the organic reach. Like Instagram used to be able to post things and it could get to other people. Now it's like somehow Facebook just decides they're changing all their platforms to make it that you don't get good organic reach. That's why people move to TikTok. Like it's weird that as a social, I guess because they're trying to make money for some reason, they think hurting your ability to reach makes money, but
I don't know, man. I don't really understand
make any
Instagram.
Sense.
I don't want to say like fuck Instagram because I feel like they're listening.
Yeah, that's my phone is open, so they're definitely hearing what I'm saying.
And I
love
want them
Instagram.
to
Instagram is my favorite app. So is TikTok. I love them both dearly.
No, I'm serious. Like they probably would, compress your shit for hearing you say that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Your video just look like shit forever.
But yeah, I don't know what's up with them, and I don't know why they like just don't show my followers posts or like anybody. I feel like everybody feels that way. I don't really know why, but maybe they'll figure it out. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just TikTok's just a platform, bro, to wrap that up. Like I hate the term SoundCloud rapper because or YouTube producer. Like, what the fuck does that mean, bro? Like, where else is a 16-year-old kid who just started out supposed to put his music? Like,
right, like
he just happens to post his music on SoundCloud. What? It's just a place to put your music.
It's dumb not to. That's the place that's getting your music out to people. It'd be silly not to.
Yeah, like
that's just everyone taking advantage of what's available.
It's just a place to put your music. Like, are you supposed to degrade somebody for doing that? Like, there's so many talented YouTube producers on YouTube. So to say like, oh, he's just a YouTube producer in like a derogatory way, it's like, what is that supposed to mean? Because like, bro's probably making some money on there.
Yeah, maybe someone who's a big artist or someone finds it and he starts working with somebody. They have a good working relationship that helps them blow up. Like, yeah,
it was like
there's no reason.
I don't understand.
Yeah,
I don't really understand like the whole like the phrase. Is like a comedian on YouTube. Like they don't say like YouTube comedian. They don't say like do they say like like if an athlete's posting his shit on Instagram, is he like an Instagram athlete? Like, is he not athletic in real life? Like, I don't understand what that means. Like,
well, what that's coming from? That's probably coming from, people want you to go through the traditional outlets. Like, if you're not going through a record label and all that, then you're just this. If you're not going,
yeah,
like,
I don't know,
I bet
man.
it's like comedians, same thing. Like, oh, you're not on Netflix. You just posted on YouTube. Oh, you're like, just a YouTube guy.
If I were to meet somebody, which it happens, and I'm like, oh, I make music. They're like, oh, you're a SoundCloud rapper. I'm like, nah, I'm a rapper. I have music. You think I have music on SoundCloud, but like I don't know what that's supposed.
I don't know.
Like, what do you gain from like?
You get that shit a lot though.
Yeah, I've gotten it a lot.
Really?
I mean, everyone's gotten it, bro. It's just supposed to be like a.
Like from who though? Like from people you meet in person, online. Like where are you getting people? Like I'm not an artist obviously, but I personally don't feel like. I don't think I've never perceived there to be a stigma towards where people put any of their content at this point.
All right, to wrap that up, I was in Spirit. Was it Spirit? No, it was just Party City like 3 weeks ago. And
Spirit Halloween. It's August.
I was looking for a wig for a video. Yeah. Whatever. And I'm in the costume section, and there's a costume. It says like pirate. It says like whatever chef, and it says SoundCloud rapper on the thing.
No way.
And he just got face tats. It was basically Post Malone's face tats, like the same exact copy,
right?
And like a beard and like some like baggy clothes or whatever I don't even know what it was. It was like I was like, what is this supposed to mean? Like what are you like? It's just I don't really understand. Since when is this the brand? I don't know. Like I understand what they say as far as like, there were a couple SoundCloud rappers that, probably shouldn't have gotten as big as they did.
Yeah.
But like other than that, like it's just a place to put your music, bro. I don't really.
Yeah, that's how I feel about
SoundCloud. SoundCloud's cool, man. There's so much cool shit on SoundCloud. I defend SoundCloud because SoundCloud's got some shit that you don't get on Apple Music. They got some cool mixes, some great artists.
DJ mixes, you get a lot of good ones there.
You got a lot of great music on SoundCloud, so I don't really get the SoundCloud hate. And SoundCloud gave us so many cool artists. So like
that's true too.
I don't really understand like why it's like supposed to be
2016 XXL class. Everyone always says like that was the best class ever.
Yeah, those kids all came from not kids anymore, but they all came from SoundCloud. So like, what's so like weird about SoundCloud?
Right, or any of them really.
It's just a way to hate on like the kid in your school.
Yeah. The bullies. Going back to that.
Yeah.
All right.
Bullies are nerds, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck them.
Shifting back to your music. So like 4 Miles Only, which I think we were talking about before we got into that. Like that was one where you were just like 4 Miles Only, like posting like different things, whatever. In that song, I have been listening to it a lot, but more now because I knew we were about to talk. And I realized there was like how you're kind of talking about. You said something like you can tease, but you can't please. And you kind of are in that song. You can do whatever you want, but like you're for my eyes only kind of deal.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because I made that song after I had heard and everyone has a friend that has gone through this, but you know, I had a friend who was a girl with a boyfriend, and she couldn't come out, or like her friend, she wanted to bring a friend, but her boyfriend said she couldn't come out because, you know, he wasn't there, and you know how crazy boyfriends are. Like, they don't want their girl to go out, or they're like, oh, don't wear that. Some crazy shit, you know? It's like, and I get so blown away by that. I'm like, how could you ever tell your girlfriend like not to go out, you know, because you're not there? Like, are you that like self-conscious or something, you know? Or like tell her like not to wear this. Like, for me, it was mostly like, if I have a girl, like, you're cool. Like, yo, go do what you want. Like, I trust you. You wear what you want, you know? I trust you to, you know, go out, wear what you want, and I'll be here. You know, I'll be at the crib. You know, you could tease, but you can't please. Like, I don't even have to tell her she can't please because that's already known. You know, that just happened. To
there's trust there.
It rhymed, but but you know, it's just I just think that was the inspiration for that song. Where I can't believe that's a thing. You know,
I think what people do, like you're saying, that basically stems from insecurity, which is true.
Yeah,
but I think dudes also cop out the other way almost. How you're saying, I'm cool if you go out, do whatever. I think some guys who do say that, though, they also don't necessarily be committed or think, you know what I mean? Like, they kind of know, like, oh, well, I kind of have one foot out, too. So sure, girl, go do that, too.
I just feel like a healthy relationship, you know, is one where, you know, you don't break that barrier. You both have trust. You both can do what you want. You know, you can't hook up with other people, whatever. But, you know, I personally would not tell my girlfriend that she can't go out with her friends. You know, I'm just not she knows, you know, she's for my eyes only, you know, she knows that, I know that, you know, and that's what the song's about, you know. It's not to be like play or nothing, but it's, you know, it's supposed to be like, you know, it is a flex, I think, as a dude to like have that confidence that why would she cheat on me, you know?
Right.
Why would she do that? That's not a smart idea. I would never do it. You know, if I really fuck with my girl, I would never do it. So it's like,
girls also like that too. They like the confidence. You're showing you're insecure and all worried. Like, sometimes girls like, I guess, being a little protective, but if you're, you know, in panic mode, if she goes out without you, in a way, she subconsciously probably doesn't respect you as much either.
Yeah. I mean, dude's panicking at, you know, your girl's wearing a crop top. It's just,
or if you're panicking, it's probably because there's something with the girl. It could be that too. Maybe you shouldn't trust her. Like, it's one or the other. Either you're too pussy, or you really can't trust your girl, and you should end that shit.
Right. Either way, it's not healthy.
Yeah.
And either way, you know, as far as, you know, my relationships, I'm cool. Like, it's for my eyes only though. Definitely can't please. But I don't even gotta say that.
Right.
You know, she would just know that.
So then your song after that, which you texted me to let me know you were here, I'm outside.
Yeah.
You've used that joke before.
I actually, maybe once or twice, but I never actually sent the link. I sent you the link, right?
Yeah. So another amazing song. But by the way, I don't know if you're supposed to be like, I'm a jerk, like I'm, you know, trying to be neutral. I almost wore my Trevor Spitta shirt today. I almost like truly fanned out, but I was like, I can't do that. I gotta make it seem like I'm a little objective, but I love like all your new music. Like, I've been spinning a lot. So someone I know, this is a quick story. Someone I know who I know is into hip hop posted something about like, yo, I'm outside. And it was maybe a day after you dropped I'm Outside.
Right.
I send him your link, like, yo, peep, this is fire. He listens to it.
Yeah.
He goes, yo, it's fire.
Yeah.
Then he says, yo, he gives me Jack Harlow vibes.
Yeah, checks out.
Do you think that? I felt like that, but that song?
No.
I don't think that's.
No. I mean, I just get that. Yeah, I get Mac Miller.
Yes, that's all right.
Jack Harlow.
That's exactly what I'm going for.
Someone might just say MGK. I don't know.
Right.
I mean, it's just because I'm white. I mean,
yeah, like, all right. That's basically what I was getting.
I mean, I'll get like that all the time. Like, the music has nothing. I don't know. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I fuck with Jack Harlow.
Jack Harlow's good. Yeah, I mean, someone was like. Then I discussed that with another friend, and he was like, well, like, there's kind of this similarity. So I'm like, okay, but if that's the first person you jump to, like, that's just because he's white. Like, that song does not sound like a Jack Harlow song in the slightest.
Not in the slightest.
Not in the slightest.
Not in the slightest. I mean, I've got...
not even close.
I get Mac Miller all the time on, like, a trap beat. It's like, I'm like, I don't understand.
What are you talking about?
I don't understand it, but I fuck with it. I mean, I like Mac Miller, too.
I mean, they're not bad people to be compared to. They're great artists, but...
Right. People say I look like Mac. I don't really see it either, but maybe it's I don't know. All I know is that I do get that a lot, and it definitely does not sound like Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Maybe because I'm rapping and he's
Right.
rapping, but like that would be it. That would be the line. Like, yeah, we are both rapping.
Yeah, like they're rapping and they're white. That's where it stops. For the most part.
I mean, you know, it's cool.
But do you like that happens a lot? It doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, go to my TikTok comments. It's funny.
Oh,
Like,
that's so true.
it's not even from a hating perspective when they say that. You know, it's more like they'll just say, "Yo, this is fire." It gives me Jack Harlow vibes, and I'm like, "Thank you, bro."
It's not though. It's so not.
I'm like
none of your new songs do. Not even like no. That's so funny. But yeah, like that's just I guess an ignorant hip hop fan perspective.
Yeah, I mean, you know,
just like I don't have any reference points to compare this to. And the first thing I see is the dude's like white, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, bro. I don't trip over it. You know, I'll take it. They fuck with the song. You know? That's I guess it's subjective. You know, who am I to tell you what vibes I give you? You know, whatever. As long as you like the song, you know, whatever. Man.
What's the best What's like a comparison someone gave you? You were like, oh shit, like you never thought of it. But you're like, fuck yeah, I see that, or like I'll take that. Did anyone ever give you like a crazy comparison?
Well, I never tell people that I was really into Lil Wayne growing up, but I was. You know, I got him tatted on me, you know.
Do you actually?
Yeah, his eyes. I got his eyes tatted on me. But I don't tell people that, you know. So when someone says that, like, yo, I hear like, oh, 8 Wayne, the way you flow a little bit. I'm like, oh shit, like I fuck with that. Because that's probably subconsciously there. I don't even notice it, you know. But that was like all I listened to growing up. So it's definitely there. So that's where I'm like, okay, this dude knows, you know, his shit, first of all, because he said that. And then 2, that's probably one where I'm like, I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty sick of me.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Impressing myself, I guess.
And then your most recent one, My Own World.
Yes.
Which, as of recording, is not out, but when you hear this, it is out.
Yes.
You can listen to it.
It's dropping in like a couple days.
Yes. What's it like in your own world? What is it like?
It goes back to the I don't give a fuck thing. That was when I made this song was peak like that, you know, like I'm in my own world. Like I do not care anymore. Like I will just say whatever and I'll do whatever. And that's really it, you know, like I'm on TikTok doing these, like, I don't know, like I've been really being myself more than ever lately. And I feel like I'm finally coming into like who I was always supposed to be. And that's really that, you know, nobody could really tell me anything different from that. So I just feel like I'm in my own world right now. That's literally how the song goes, you know, I'm in my own world and it's so much better, you know, because it is so much better than not being in your own world. I feel like everybody should be in their own world, you know.
There's one of my favorite, so and I want to say my one friend always makes fun of me. I was a fan of Nipsey before he passed away, rest in peace. But people always make jokes like, oh, like you only liked him after he passed. Like I was a big fan of him for a while.
And even if you were a fan of him after he passed,
that's fine too.
That's completely fine. I hate when people are like, oh, people only liked him after he passed. That's a ridiculous thing, bro. It's ridiculous.
But anyway, he has a quote that kind of goes along with that. It's one of my favorite quotes. I've debated getting something like about it tatted on me. I have no tats yet as of now. But it was basically, would rather be, which I think he took from something else. So I think he paraphrased it. I don't know where he got it from, but would you rather be at war with yourself and at peace with the world, or at peace with yourself and at war with the world?
No.
So it's kind of like gets at the same thing you're saying, like, you know.
Yeah, for sure, man. You know, being at peace with yourself is definitely the most important thing. So
yeah.
And that's where I am. I feel like right now, you know, I'm comfortable in my own skin right now. And that's a cool place to be, you know?
Yeah. I feel like the people who aren't are the people that are the most mad online.
Yeah. You know, a lot of artists, you know, that aren't right now, artist wise, are just trying to find that place.
Yeah.
And they'll find it, you know? For me, it was just where I started, which is the rapping shit, you know? My rapping is very unique in a sense where like I think it's a lot more like, you know, it's swaggy, bro. It's not like I'm like trying too hard. It's almost like I feel like I feel like it's natural. I feel like it sounds very natural. And when I rap, it is natural, you know? And people are gonna say something, you know, whatever the fuck they gotta say about that. Like, that's fine, but I'm in my own world, like the song says.
Yeah.
So like, that's okay. You know,
Yeah.
like I feel like I'm very calm on a track, and it's, you know, this is the type of music I should be making. This is who I am.
I do agree with that. You do a good job. Like, I never consciously thought about it, but it does subconsciously come through the music where there's like a swagger to the music, but it does come off somewhat effortless and fun.
Yeah.
As opposed to like, I'm trying to impress you with the wordplay, or I'm trying to impress you with this. Like, it's more just like, I'm having fun, and it just naturally it's coming out.
And
it
there was
gives that
and
off.
and you know, if you want to point it out, you know, it's always been subconscious to me. But you know, when I think about it, you know, I loved how Lil Wayne used to just laugh while rapping. He would just like laugh.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fire. Like, it's so easy to, bro. Like, he's just laughing while rapping. Like, that's where that came for me. Like, I'm switching voices mid rapping. I'll start whispering. You know, that's
right.
I feel like, you know, it should be easy. Whatever type of music you make, it should be easy. It should just come out naturally. Because if you're forcing it, you're either one, you know, experimenting, which is cool, you know, or two, you know, or you know, you could be experimenting and finding out it's not what you should be making,
right?
You know, so
I feel like when I rap, skill wise,
and the beats are chill, you know. It's supposed to be. I think the perfect song is the song you could either choose to mosh pit to, or you could choose to cruise to, you know, on the beach, top down. You know, I feel like all three of these my last songs, you can do either one of those things. You know, where like I'm outside, you could literally just be in your bedroom just vibing. Or, you know, when I performed that shit at a show I had in LA, I mean, the owner literally shoved me off a table because I stood up on a table. And I just went crazy.
You're going crazy.
I was going nuts, broke a glass. I mean, was just going absolutely insane in there because that night we had shows to mosh pit to that song.
Yeah.
But you could literally play that later that same night and just chill to it.
I can actually say that too. My Apple Music is basically separated into two playlists. I have my more rap, like gym or hype music, and then I have everything that's basically not as much like pump up rap and kind of more just like put me in a good mood and good vibes.
Good vibes.
I have your singles are in both.
Yeah.
Sometimes some things cross over into both playlists, and I actually do have most of the new like 4 songs, whatever that's come out, and both. Yeah.
It's whatever you're feeling, bro, which is the coolest thing to me. You know, I feel like the song literally fits into every mode that you're in, which is cool. You know, I feel like indie music is like that. You know, like you could, I didn't really know that until I went to an indie show for the first time. And like all these songs that I would like stare out the window to in the rain and just be like sad, like motherfuckers were just pushing each other. And I was, this is sick. They were going crazy.
Yeah.
Live band, you know, I mean, guitar, drums.
Yeah, I could see how
everyone's moshing.
Turn that up. Yeah.
All of a sudden, like, but you're in the crib and you could just listen to that shit, lay in bed, just bop your head. And that's where I was like, damn, I want to like kind of put this in rap. I'm not the first person to do it, you know, but in my own way, I think it's really cool. Like my own world, the hook, you know, the verses are very cool, calm, you know, I'm floating. Yeah. All of a sudden the hook, like it's very chanty. Everybody could sing that shit and just push each other to that shit.
Yeah.
I'm outside, same thing. I'm outside. Yeah. And everyone's like, could really mosh that shit. And they did, you know, when I performed that shit.
Do you think about that when you're making a song, kind of how the crowd, like how the interaction with the crowd?
Recently, yeah. And you could tell in my hooks that like they've been a lot more listener friendly, I guess. You know, I'm not like, I don't change anything towards that, but I do think it's cool to have a hook that's like, you could kind of like catch on like right away. So now like when I'm performing a show and nobody knows who the fuck I am, which is most cases at this stage, at least they could like sing along right away.
Right. Once I hear I'm outside the chorus one time through, second time around.
Second time, you're in.
I got it.
You're in. Yeah. It's not that hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, that's facts. That's funny. How is
and that's what they did. No one, I had made that first time I performed I'm Outside, I made it 3 hours before. So nobody heard it. I didn't even know the words. I'm up there like just vibing, I guess. I mean, I rapped the first verse, second verse. I did not know what the fuck I was saying. But the hook didn't matter because everybody knew the hook.
Right. Yeah.
Off rip. So
how was I don't know where the performance was in LA, but what was that? Did did you stop performing for a while? Once COVID hit, and then that was your first one, or have you been performing a lot?
Yeah. I hadn't done a lot of shows, you know. Well, you know, one of the reasons I moved to LA was because it's where things happen, you know. Same, like I say, most cities, things happen. In North Jersey, where I'm from, it's not really a music scene. And that's, you know, it ties back into why New Jersey doesn't have a music scene, because there's nowhere to do it. I mean,
yeah, there's a few venues.
I've tried to throw a show in North Jersey. Nobody wants to throw a show. They either don't do rap music, or they just don't exist. I mean, there's nowhere to throw a show really. You got to go to like New York or like Jersey City. At that point, it's so far from like where my real base is. Yeah. Where I built my shit in Bergen County. Right. You know.
You did a few in New York, I remember. Whoa, Josh, we're recording a podcast. Yeah, you did a few in New York, right?
Yeah. I did a few in New York when I was living in Jersey City, and which is really cool, you know. And I love New York, bro. I want to move there. That's like the end goal, you know. But because it's more like home to me. But I just started recently doing more and more shows in LA. Not that I'm doing a lot, but whenever, you know, I can get one, I'll do one. You know, I'm not like not trying to do shows, you know.
Right. That's the point.
You know.
So then 4 singles out now. Are we shifting strategies to just pushing singles? Are we thinking project? Like what? I had a few artists that we had the nobody listens to albums, bro. We only do singles. Like, are you on that wave too, or?
I just feel like I put out an album last year, and I promoted like my favorite 3 songs. And then by the time I was done promoting those 3 songs, I had like a month or 2 already passed. And this is still when I was in the mindset that like it wasn't cool anymore to keep posting this shit after a couple months, which is completely false. But
yeah, Tyler the Creator just had some talk where he said that he's like, just be proud of your own shit, push it. Who cares if it's people think it's annoying? Like just push your own shit.
But like at that point, like there's like 4 more songs I hadn't posted because I'm posting these 3. It's tough when you're an independent artist, broke artist like me. Like you know, a lot of this shit takes money, you know, and it takes resources, and doing a whole album is tough sometimes. I do want to do another one, that being said. But right now, like I'm enjoying the space I'm in where I'm just making music and not worrying about shit. I'm making music, I post it on TikTok, post on Instagram. I make more music. Like it's cool. Like I enjoy like this headspace I'm in. You know, maybe eventually I'll get into that headspace of like making an album, but that shit's not easy, you know, to make an album.
Yeah, I think there's something to like the attitude of people don't want an album. I feel like that's more of a case when you're early in your career. Like you're trying to find the song that goes. So probably the better approach is to go, you know, singles till you get one that hits, and then people start being like, we want more music, music. Then there's more of the demand for, you know, some kind of EP, shorter album, longer album, whatever it is. But if people aren't, you know, banging on your door, like we need like, you know.
Yeah, if someone's not banging on your door for an album, then it's probably, in my opinion, not time for one. But art is art, bro. You do whatever the fuck you want.
That's true too.
You know, put out an album if you love making albums. I love making albums. That's why I made 2 of them. I think there's like an art in itself to like, I love when the songs flow, and I like making playlists. You know, you probably love like,
I'm a big playlist guy.
You probably like, oh, this song sounds sick. After
Sequence it. Yeah.
That's, you know, this with my own music. It's so much cooler.
I did. You know, I don't know if you remember, there was a short period of time during COVID. I was working on like a music website with a few people, like kind of like writing and doing interviews and shit. But like, I made a playlist and I called it Friends of Chenz Playlist. All the people I had on my old podcast and their music. So like talk about sequencing it right. Yeah. I put a bunch of people had love songs that I was cool with. So I put like love song, love song, love song, love song. And then I put your song So Sick, because it's like so sick of love songs. Like I literally was thinking of like, no one noticed that probably, but I was this is sick.
But yeah, and that's the cool part. That's art, you know, making a playlist is art. And so is making an album. It's just that times 10, you know?
Right.
It's making the music and then doing that and then making maybe transitions and maybe all that, making the cover. I love doing that shit, you know? Making an album is so cool, but right now, I can't say I'm going to do anything soon or later. I don't know. Maybe.
I think going back to what I was saying before too, though, is I think how you're doing it is better. Like when a lot of people are like, oh, I just do singles. A lot of people will a week before the single is about to come, they'll be like, yo, I got a single coming. They might give a snippet of a video. Single goes out, they post about it for a week, and then that's it. And they're like, oh, that didn't go.
Yeah.
When's my next one? Like they kind of, like, I think your approach of how you've been, the snippet a month in advance sometimes.
Yeah.
And just like random things. Like I think what I was saying before, the whole like not getting the full context of it, like that approach I think is good because it's letting me like I know this single before I've heard it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's living longer.
Yeah.
Everyone's got short attention spans.
It's actually funny because I'm dropping that new song, I think, from today, like 10 days, and I haven't posted it yet. Just because, like,
well, the
sometimes
snippet, you've been posting about it, but not the snippet.
Yeah, because with say Cyclone, like my shit went viral, quote unquote, on TikTok, and the song wasn't even close to being out.
That's true too. That is like an interesting thing because then you're like, if the people can't, sometimes you have one chance for someone to get it.
If that's because that's the only, like they all like with the sound, a lot of those videos did well, but like that was like the video, right? That went up. So like, if that song had been out at that moment, it probably would have went a lot crazier just because like, people could just rush to it. And then like now you're banking on like the algorithm or a For You page to like bring them back.
Right. I tell people that a lot too with like any type of content, music, whatever you're trying to do. You have like one chance. And if there's any barrier to entry sometimes, like the slightest roadblock, that's like people are out. Like if I got to click too many links, if it's not there the first time I check, sometimes like that's, that was like your chance. So I get what you're saying.
It's so funny, bro, because there's so much shit like that matters, like making the least amount of clicks and shit. It's just funny because lately, tying it back, like I'm just making music, bro. I'm making music and posting it. If you don't want to click 2 buttons,
it's crazy. Like
whatever,
dude, you think like, oh, it's just so simple. People are like, oh, I got confused.
But it's
just
true.
2 buttons.
I've fallen victim myself. I gotta click 4 buttons, get this guy's song. I'm like, all of a sudden, I'm like, I'm sick of clicking buttons. Right. I get it, but for me, like, I think like it's a great spot for me just to be making the music that I love and just posting it on some like very organic shit. I'm not like out here bugging about how the content looks as much. I'm just being myself, like that I'm outside video I did.
I want to get to that. The one where you're standing outside with the axe. How I loved that. Yeah. I should have asked that way earlier. I fucking loved that video. I had other friends of mine who I've shown your music or, like they already knew you or whatever.
Right.
Send me that video. I sent it to somebody, they sent it to me. And their reactions were like, what the fuck is he doing? And I was like, bro, that's the best reaction you could get.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's it.
Because some people, like I know I have a few friends who are artists and, at various stages.
Yeah.
And they're like, some people are it's kind of what you're saying. They're so focused on the quality, like the production value being perfect. But then the actual content of it is like nothing stood out to me. It was well produced.
It's in 4K.
Yes, it's in 4K. You got cool angles. There's some cool, effects you did, but nothing stood out to me. That was like a low res, whatever the fuck it was. And I saw that and it was like, what the fuck? And that's I think the best reaction.
Yeah. I mean, just stood there with an axe in front of a bunch of kids. I mean, children running around, that's just me, idea? Bro. I don't really want to even get into it because I don't want to give it out. I won't give out the sauce. That's me. I'm fried. I think that's my sense of humor. I think it's cool to just do some random ass shit.
Right. It doesn't have to even make sense. Like everyone's got to be.
Why does that
like,
make sense?
Right. It's got to be so cohesive. And everyone's got to tie in. And no, it can just.
I don't want to.
This looks cool. That's it. I think this is funny. That's it.
And it's creative.
Yeah.
In its own sense, like, cause like as simple and dumb as it is, like you wouldn't have thought of that, bro. No,
right.
Not you, but I'm saying like.
Yeah, anyone. I mean, I wouldn't have either, but.
I mean, like, I thought of that shit.
Yeah.
So that's that.
I love that video, dude.
That's really it. All it is, man. The song's dope. I think it's cool to. That video is not something. It's something that shows my music, but also who I am.
Right.
And that's the most important part. I feel like
yeah,
because my music is cool, but I think I'm cool too. I think I get along with my fans. People DM me. I'm a cool dude.
Are you very like intentional trying to interact with? I feel like I've noticed you are like, I remember you. I don't know if you still do. Like you had a Discord. I remember you doing other things like trying to interact.
Yeah, I got over that Discord shit. I'm not. I can't.
Discord. I try to join it. Yours wasn't too overwhelming. Not that actually, nah, I think I muted yours too eventually. Dude, everyone I was in, I would be like, oh, everyone's doing Discords now. I get in the Discord, just a million messages a minute. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'd mute it.
I can't. I stopped doing that. I mean, shout out to everybody that joined that shit. But
just
not that it was a lot of people, maybe like 100 people. That's
a lot. That's a ton.
Yeah.
And they're all talking. Like, I can't follow this conversation.
I mean, yeah, a couple years. Yeah.
Yeah. That was years ago at this point,
yeah,
too.
a couple. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's you know, I try to interact with everybody. Yeah. I think it's great to do that. I used to think it was kind of actually, I always interact with people. It's tough to do it, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know. Discord was just a little much for me. I'm not that.
Yeah, that's too much. That's my line.
Yeah, it's just pretty nerdy for me.
Yeah, that's like the first level.
Shout out to people who do that shit though. Like Twitch, another level for me. I can't do. I mean, I watch it sometimes. Like I fuck with it.
Right.
But I'm in the studio.
Yeah.
Bro. I'm trying to make the music.
All right. All right. This is what I need to ask you about.
Yeah. You
had a snippet and a video of a song last year. I think it was called "Stick With Me." What happened to that?
Snippet and a video. Wait, I had a video with it?
You were in like a classroom.
Oh.
The chalkboard and the globe.
Oh, the freestyle video. Yeah. People.
Bro, where is it? I need more.
I know. That was back when I do these freestyles and I just recorded that for fun. And that's all it was. I mean, the song ended after that. So it was just like a minute freestyle, and I shot a video for Popstar. We had rented out this place for like 2 hours, and we had used like an hour 45. So we had 15 minutes left. And I was like, all right, like we paid for this shit, 15 minutes left. Like let's just shoot a little freestyle video. I shot it and I put it on Instagram, and yeah, that shit did pretty well. You know, people wanted me to drop that, right? So
yeah, I want you to drop it.
I know, I never dropped it.
At least on SoundCloud. Give me something.
I know. I should have dropped it. I'll drop it for you.
You still can.
I'll drop it tonight.
I think you still can. I'll be sick if you drop it tonight.
I'll drop it tonight.
The problem is no one's going to know. Well, they'll know retrospectively, but I want people to know.
Maybe not tonight. I'll drop it this week.
Yeah. Whenever you drop it. Drop it whenever you want, but I just think that was a great song that I want.
It was
Don't promise
just
anything.
A freestyle, bro. Just like I just did one of those like 2 days ago. I did a No more.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up too.
Yeah, No More Parties in LA. I just made No More Parties in NJ.
Were you just listening to that and just got the ideas?
I listened to this song. I love that song. And I was like, damn, I would love to rap on this beat. And I just rapped on it. And I put it out on, I actually did drop this one on YouTube. But usually I would just put that on Instagram. But I put it out.
Yeah, give me at least YouTube or something.
I should have put it on YouTube. Yeah. You're right.
You still can.
I know. The thing is, I got that long hair in it. And I'm on my buzz cut wave now.
You're just doing it for the fans. The hardcore fans have been with you since day one, like me.
Yeah, you're right. See, when I buzzed the hair was when I changed. I think I buzzed off.
Sometimes haircuts are when you need it. That's when you need to reinvent yourself, you know?
Right before I dropped For My Eyes Only. Right before I dropped it. In the video, I have the long hair, but right before the song dropped. Because I had shot the video before, obviously.
Yeah.
I buzzed it.
For what song again?
For My Eyes Only.
For My Eyes Only, yeah.
Yeah, so.
That song Popstar too, do you actually feel like a pop star when you're LA? Does it give you those vibes?
Well, I made that song like the first week I moved to LA, and I was just about saying I feel like one because I'm in LA.
But I'm saying, do you still
I would not make that song today.
Nah.
I do think it's a cool song. And
I like that song. That was like one of the bigger songs. My favorite on that was, I think I sent that to you, Butter Knife, was I think my third most listened to song of 2020.
Butter Knife's a beautiful song.
It's an amazing song, dude.
Thank you, bro. I love that song.
Amazing song. I still listen to that all the fucking time. That's like one of my number one most, I probably will still be in my top 10 most listened to songs this year, honestly.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, that song's great.
It's a good song. That whole album is probably music that I was making in that moment, you know, but right now, you know, you see how it's different. Like,
yeah, it's very different.
So
very different.
I feel like right now I'm just, I'm rapping, you know, I don't have any songs like that. Like,
right. But I think it's good. I don't think you need to shy away from the old stuff.
No.
It also shows, hey, I could do this if I want.
Right.
This is what I'm on right now.
I've always been that versatile artist. Yeah. And I've always done a million different things, but that helped me and it hurt me at the same time. You wouldn't have known like what to come to me for. And I'm kind of sick of that. I kind of want like, and that's what I'm building right now, like a brand, like, yo, you know what to come to Trevor Spitta for. Like, like these last 4 songs, if you had just heard those songs, like if
Yeah,
were to
you
show
get the idea. Yeah.
If you were to show a friend and be like, yo, this guy makes this type of music and he's killing it, you know?
Right.
Like, instead of like, you don't really know what my next song is gonna sound like.
But then do you think long term that then if you try to
it'll all
deviate from
circle
that,
back, bro.
Yeah.
It'll all come around again. It ain't gone.
Yeah.
I'm just right now, like I've been saying, I'm just in a headspace where I'm just making music and I'm not really worried about what it's gonna sound like in a year from now or nothing, which I usually would be like worried about that shit. So I do love that music. I guess when I said I wouldn't make it today, I'm just meant
just
like,
it's not the same.
I'm in a headspace right now. I'm in a mode right now.
Right, I feel you.
Yeah.
All right, we're getting towards the end. One question before we get to the last part. What do you like doing when you're not making music?
I see the Giants shit right behind me, right?
Yes, Casey's a big Giants fan.
Big time.
We're in his living room. We kicked his ass out.
Yeah.
Just for this.
I'm a big time Giants fan.
Yeah.
Big time.
What are you feeling for this year?
I'm feeling sneakily winning the division and winning the bowl. Yeah, because that's what we do when we make the playoffs.
That is true. Yeah, once the Giants get in, that's usually
once we're in.
But that's because of Eli. You don't have that Eli magic anymore.
Once it's the Giants.
Daniel Jones has the same face though, the same expressions. He might have it in him too.
If we make the playoffs, then he is Eli. Because Eli wasn't good his first couple of years.
Right. I could see that happening too. I feel that. But that division too also is always like, they're always together. Like I don't think there's ever, you could look at them in the preseason and go, yo, this is the Cowboys are the best and the Giants are going to be the worst. Once the season comes, they're all going to be separated by a game max. They're always like, they either all suck or they're all good or they're all kind of around 500. They're never like too far off.
That's why I said sneaky because whoever wins is always going to be by a game or something.
Right. Yeah.
So, and yeah, I love football. I love all sports, honestly. I like to bet on them, you know. But I love I don't even know. Sports, music. And I like to just drive. I like road trips and I like long walks on the beach.
Sounds
this
romantic.
Is for all the women listening. All two.
Whoa, I got lots of women fans. You do too.
No, I'm playing. I'm talking about with my on my side. That's what I meant on my side.
You got lady fans. Stop.
Yeah, maybe I got swaggy lady fans. I make music for cool swaggy ass people. Yeah. You know, so shout out to all the people listening. You know, I love to knit. I love to knit.
Yeah.
And sew.
Knitting and sewing is very different. In sewing, I get like clothing and stuff. Knitting that's interesting.
Not playing. I don't. I don't really have any hobbies, man. Sports and music. That's me. Yeah. You know, I'm sure I'll think of one in the car ride home and be like, fuck.
Yeah.
I wish I said that.
Yeah.
But.
Okay. Again, the final 5 questions. We'll wrap it up.
I love to cook.
Ooh, you like to cook?
I like to cook.
Are you like? We were talking about this with Casey the other day. There's always the meme of boys who cook. Is some like I don't even follow meme accounts, but people always tell me it's this Instagram meme account, and they basically just make fun of dudes, which I do this to a T, where all you cook with is like olive oil, minced garlic, butter.
Yes,
and like
that's all you need.
Yeah, but like I think that's just us. I think we do that.
Yeah,
I think other people who really cook.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't say I was good.
Right.
I just love like the feeling of like, yo, I made this shit.
Yeah, it is.
Most time it's not that great, but I made this shit.
What's your go-to if you're gonna make a meal?
Probably some sort of pasta, but like next level pasta. You know, shrimp, garlic, butter, olive oil. You know what you just said.
You're speaking to my the Italian side of me. Yeah,
I make Italian food.
I always say the best, like if you're trying to impress a woman, the best meal to know how to cook, which seems like you know what you're doing, but it's actually easy, is like a chicken parm. Still sticking with Italian food.
Yeah.
It's very easy, but it looks like, oh, this guy knows how to cook.
Yeah.
But it's not. You can trick people into thinking you're better than you are.
There's a lot of stuff that's like ramen, making like a bowl ramen.
Yeah.
It looks insane.
Yeah, you can dress it up to look nice.
In there, you put some chives in there. I don't even know what you're putting in there.
Whatever the fuck you want.
You just put a bunch of shit, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa.
It's like, whoa. Final 5 questions I got for you.
Cool.
We're gonna go as quick as possible, but you can take some time on the answers if you want it. If you want to expound. What's the right word? Expand.
I mean, whatever you want.
Final 5. All right. Best food in LA. Best thing you've had.
best thing I've had in LA. I mean, they got the good burgers there. Just you could probably get a good burger at like a bunch of spots for sure.
You'll have like a go-to spot?
No. I mean, I'm not here to shit on LA, but I'm spoiled coming from the East Coast.
Yeah, I mean, it's true.
I don't really like enjoy the food there.
It's also what you're used to. If you grew up there, you probably grew up more with Mexican food and different types of stuff
they
like
just
that.
don't really. I'm not like looking forward to the food when I go back there, but I'm looking forward to like the burrito off the street actually.
Yeah.
You know, when I meant burgers, you know, they got Fat Burger, In-N-Out, quick, good burgers.
You pro or not In-N-Out?
Pro In-N-Out or
like,
anti?
do you like it? Yeah, you pro or anti In-N-Out?
I actually haven't eaten fast food in 6 months to this day, actually.
To this day?
What is it? Is today the 2nd?
Yeah, say it's the second.
Yeah, 6 months exactly.
Damn.
Yeah.
Congrats.
I quit nicotine 6 months ago. Nicotine, fast food, and soda February 2nd.
Interesting.
I've been on a health grind.
Damn. You really are. The more we talk, we were making fun of guys who wake up and drink raw eggs in the morning, but it kind of sounds like you're heading that direction.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. All right, you got me there. I can't lie. I'm not up at 4 a.m. though. Yeah. Actually, not 4. No, not a shot. When I get back, I might be.
Yeah, you'd be a little off.
Yeah, I don't know. When you travel, you know, it's your whole body doesn't know what's going on.
All right. Next question. You have to quit music. The hypothetical scenario. You have to quit music.
Yes.
But you get to marry Vanessa Hudgens and live happily ever after. Which do you choose? You keep making music?
Sorry, Vanessa.
Damn.
Yeah, she's cool.
I mean, that's your girl, isn't it?
She's my celebrity crush.
She's your number one?
Yeah, my celebrity crush.
Yeah.
But you know, she's number 2 to music.
Damn.
As far as like
that's true love.
My true loves.
Yeah.
For sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But shout out to her. I do have a crush on her.
Yes.
Now she will see this one day.
She will see this.
I'm gonna send it to her when I'm up.
Don't send her this. You just chose music over her. You gotta show her something different. All right. Next question. What's your favorite tattoo that you have?
They're all cool. They're all right. I mean, I got some of them under the influence, so one of them had to cover up. But I would say this one, just like the it's like some skeleton, nerdy Valentine's guy. I just think he's cool. I think tattoos are supposed to look cool. I don't think they're supposed to like have a meaning or anything.
Yeah, I feel that. They could be both.
I mean, I'm kidding. I mean, they could have a meaning.
No,
but for me, like, I just like, I'm not about to, I hate when people are like, oh, what do your tattoos mean? I'm like,
yeah, I agree with the point that they don't have to mean something.
That mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
I thought it looked cool.
Honestly, looking cool is probably takes priority because how many times are you having to explain every fucking tattoo you have?
Yeah, and then like then you ask somebody and they got like a 45
and almost hear the story anyway.
Epilogue. You know what I mean? Monologue, whatever the thing is. You know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah.
You know, but I mean,
I always want to do it, but I'm not impulsive enough. I feel like you got to be impulsive on the first one. And then you're like, fuck it. Like I already got the one.
That's exactly what you have to do.
Yeah. I haven't done
This is my first one, Spitta.
Yeah.
I forgot. You know what? When you have tattoos on the back of your arms or something, you can't see them, you forget about them. I forget that. That's my first one I got when I was 18, 19.
You just got the one arm done? Nothing else?
Yeah. I mean, I got this one at a party.
Gotcha.
Don't really like same thing. Can't see it.
Right.
It's not there.
It. Yeah.
But I'm trying to definitely fill
right. Yes. I feel like one day, but then I always worry, like I'm old, I'm a good amount older than you. I'm 28 now. So I always worry, like, am I past the age to get the first one?
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
like if you get the first one young, then you're like, all right, I'm a tattoo guy, I can keep going. But I'm always like, like getting the first one, like pushing 30 now. Should I be like,
who gives a fuck, bro?
Yeah. Yeah. It goes back to the same thing. Gives a fuck anymore.
I don't give a fuck, bro. Right. Like that's when I started getting all these tattoos. Like I got these all in the last like year and a half when I just started not, caring.
I also want to say your necklace is fire.
Thank you, bro.
Necklace is very nice.
Yeah.
I noticed that earlier.
I'm trying to.
Okay. You can only pick 3 artists to listen to the rest of your life. Which do you pick?
Oh, fuck. I hate this question.
Too bad. It's my show.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm going to say, obviously Drake. Number 1 because like dude just hitting all cylinders. Yeah. So I got a bunch of genres. That's
there. Versatility, you got it. Yes. I like how you're thinking strategy with this too.
Yeah, you gotta think strategy. Yeah. And like how big their discography is.
Right. That's true. That's one.
I'm gonna say does this count things that they produce too? Obviously.
Ooh, I didn't think about that, but
it's gotta.
I'll count that. I think it should count. Yeah.
If you're a producer,
yes.
/ artist,
right? If
that's
you do
your
both,
work.
if you do both, yes. All right, fine.
P, Pharrell.
That's a smart pick. I like the way you're thinking about this.
Yeah.
All right.
You know.
So Drake,
Just
Pharrell,
a goat.
He's a goat. You got one more.
And you know, now it's just like could be anybody. You know, and then I'll grab someone from the new wave because I got 2 old heads. Not calling you guys old heads, but you're older.
Right.
You guys are good.
Past generation.
I love y'all.
Yeah.
Don't be mad. I'll go, you know, it could be anybody. It could be a toss up between, you know, Playboy, Young Thug, 21. I'm going to go Young Thug.
That's a good one.
Love him.
Yes.
His music.
Free him.
Yeah.
Last one. Favorite TV show right now? Something you're watching now.
TV show right now. Sounds mad Italian, but I just watched this show called The Offer about how they made The Godfather.
That's sick.
It's like 1 season. And it actually was like crazy. Like it was not easy to make that show. I mean that movie, which ended up being like supposed to be the greatest movie of all time.
Right. Some would say.
Yeah.
I'm more of a Goodfellas guy. I've actually, and this is a big, which I don't like telling people too often, especially publicly, I've never seen The Godfather.
Yeah.
Just fucked up.
There you go.
Very fucked
Talking
up.
about it, I'm not from Jersey.
Yeah.
Taylor Ham shit.
Okay. I guess we've evened out.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I've only seen it once. So
yeah. That's all you need.
it's a good movie. It is. It's a good movie. But I like the show better about how they made it, honestly. Because like it's way more interesting.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, but I have since I can't just say one show now. I gotta say like that. I gotta say Breaking Bad is like the best show of all time.
Yes, I agree with
or
that.
Or Game of Thrones. They're both. I know. So what a generic answer. But I'll say. But then I gotta toss Marty Bird into there and Ozark if we're gonna go sleeper pick.
I've watched Breaking Bad and Sopranos. Those are my 2 favorite. I've watched all of it.
And The Sopranos, you know, I'm from Jersey, so I had to watch that. And it's a good show. I don't really understand, like, it's a great show. It's up there. But, like, it doesn't touch Breaking Bad.
I agree, because I think
like, are you shitting me?
Breaking Bad has the best, I mean, again, I'm speaking from a place of ignorance, because I haven't seen most of the shows people consider great, but it's got phenomenal, like, linear character development. Like, Walter White, from the beginning to the end, completely different person, but it's a natural progression. Just like to see someone transform into what he becomes at the end. Same with Jesse.
It's just a lot more art. I mean, Sopranos is a great show. I'm not hating on it whatsoever.
No.
But to like put that against like a show like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones, like, which, you know, obviously a lot of people feel a certain way about the ending of Game of Thrones, but I just loved it so much until then. And I'm not even that mad at the ending where like, so that's still like top 2 to me. Maybe not 2. I'd probably say it's number 1 for me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that's all I got for you. Thanks for making, you said it was a long drive, so thanks for coming out here.
Yeah, I love it over here. I love Jersey City. I love this side of New Jersey, so
no problem. Go run up all the singles that are out. I've been listening to them. Anything else that should be plugged? Socials? Anything else you want to plug?
Nah, just, you know, Trevor Spitta everywhere. Appreciate you for tuning in, you know, and I got a lot of music on the way. So tap in.
Let's go.